Alright. Here we go. Now here's a nostalgic treat. If I were still, 11 years old, this is how I would fill my bowl of cereal.
That's a ton of cereal.
I'd be like that. And then you'd be like, where would you put the milk? And I'd be like, in there, very carefully. But I'm not 11 anymore, so.
Okay. How was I going to say? I'm like, that's a good amount of cereal.
If I want that much cereal,
I can get
a second bowl.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
Exactly.
Alright, let me get the milk out.
Alright. Also, when we were kids, what did we have? 2%, I think?
A skim.
Didn't we originally, like when we were really young, it was 2%, then as we got older, it got skim, and now we drink almond milk? Because I'm pretty sure we had 2%
I guess
when
so.
we were
I
really
guess we
young,
did
yeah.
have 2% when we were little.
Alright. Do.
Suckle. When? Like very dry cereal. Thank you. Okay.
What was the single best nostalgic food you've had so far? Which one is the worst? Let me look at my list so I can kind of remember what we've had so far.
Worst was the stroganoff, believe it or not. I did not think that would be my least favorite.
Yeah,
chicken and a biscuit might have been...
Yeah, chicken and biscuit is probably just the worst thing. Just the flat out, I don't want to eat this.
It was... I think
the mac and cheese probably won out the stroganoff just because it had the turkey dogs in it.
That's what... The turkey
it's the
dogs...
only thing with any flavor.
They had a better... Yeah. And that's why.
Yeah.
That's the only
exactly.
reason why.
I think... I think the one that held up the best, surprisingly, was Kool-Aid.
Oh, I don't like...
I didn't really care for it, but it had flavor.
Yeah.
I mean, it was... putting it together was the same, because I still have that Tupperware pitcher. You know, it poofs up when you pour the packet in,
and
sugar
it makes you
and
quaff,
mix it.
and you're like...
yeah, exactly. But when I drank, I was like, oh, this is exactly what I remember, and it had a flavor, which surprised me, especially after the mac and cheese and the stroganoff.
We're not answering the question because we're just kind of like going through all of them now, but like, I was genuinely surprised at how little flavor the fruit roll-ups had.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think my least favorite was the stroganoff, and I think the reason why it was my least favorite is because I have such like strong memories of how flavorful it was. You know what I mean?
This is disgusting.
Oh golly, looking at your face really is upsetting.
That was really bad. I actually kind of want to buy a box of Honey Nut Cheerios and do a taste test. It's like, is my memory of Honey Nut Cheerios that far gone? Or are these just really bad?
This kind of tastes exactly how I remember the bagged cereals tasting, though. Not gonna lie. This is
wow.
This is it.
I kind of want to just dump this and go get a box of grape nuts.
It's your breakfast. Totally go ahead.
Yeah.
But like, that's the thing. Like, I remember stroganoff.
Like, this is just awful. I didn't get a bad...
No, it's fine.
Yeah, it should be good until next July. I mean... You know, the mac and cheese and the stroganoff had no flavor, but I ate them. This I don't want to eat.
You're hilarious.
I I just don't want to eat this. This is gross.
You go, boy. That's good. Oh, someone said something. Maybe the cereal is the worst. Yeah, Zero Nautic's like, well, brother found his least favorite. This is so non-offensive to me.
Alright, we're going to get some use out of the garbage disposal.
There's nothing wrong with this to me. It's not good. I wouldn't call it good. I'm not excited for the bites. I'm very hungry. Nothing has been good. I haven't been excited about my meals this past day. I will say, however, I am very excited for final snack. I am very excited for our final snack. I do believe that it is, I remember it very fondly. Very, very fondly. And cheese is involved. And,
how can you go wrong with cheese?
as the person who, is responsible for the lactose-free everything during this stream, we are saving the cheese for the end so you don't get to experience what lactose does to me.
Well,
Brother will.
Experience it the next day till I take her to the airport.
He'll get to experience it. But you don't get to experience it. So, I hate dumping cereal because it's such a mess to do, so I only do it under duress.
Yeah, well, duress obtained. Okay. Actually.
This says almond milk changed some of the flavor, which would be
Actually,
true, but
I drank the milk out of it.
Brother does actually drink almond milk. Almond milk wasn't just like true that like all the turkey and the stuff, which I guess could also be like the blandness of a lot of the food. Like we're not eating.
I don't have a ton of dairy, but if I do need milk, I get almond milk.
There's also the fact that like we're making everything with, non-dairy and fowl because I don't eat quadruped. So there's different flavors happening anyway. So.
All right. So grape nuts with dates chopped in it.
No, we had lactate ice cream, Lindy. It was actually lactose-free ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
And I have non-dairy ice cream. So.
All right.
I'm excited.
Is that the paper towels? Yeah, I do. All right.
Do we need paper towels?
Well, I mean, just in case we spill.
I can't read the chat because the microphone's in my way. Don't say. Now I can.
What is this?
I don't know.
Yeah, what is this?
The answer?
Is the solution down there?
Coffee.
Nope.
It is just...
It's just a false bottom.
To make it look more robust.
I guess. Alright, whatever.
We're going to put that right there.
That's the solution.
Alright, we'll put that right there.
Alright, game manual.
Okay. I was like, what are you... what's happening? They might want to know.
Mm-hmm.
They might want to know. I might want to know. Screw
All right. Goal is to identify who killed Marcy. In this game, we're the private investigator, and we figure out the means, motive, and opportunity to find a killer.
Okay.
All right. The box contains everything we need. Game manual. That's what I'm reading.
Mm-hmm.
Detective letter. Guessing that's that.
Okay.
Police report. probably this.
Okay.
Contains a summary report, suspect profiles, witness statements, autopsy, and crime scene photos. All right.
Okay.
1999 news article, missing teen found. That's there.
Okay.
Magazine article. That's probably this.
Okay.
Business ad, Charm Electric. I don't know, this is a witness statement.
Charm Electric.
Okay. A news article, Farmer's Feud. Oh, here we go.
This might be the magazine ad.
That's the business in Calverton? No. Who knows? Let's see. Evidence bag containing a broken necklace. That's this right here. And the solution envelope. All right.
Yeah, look at that.
Which has the solution.
The solution.
All right. You may want to take notes during your investigation.
Oh, it's all the way over there.
Yep. All right. First thing you do is read the letter from your contact, Detective Idley. Jeez. Idlewild. Good God, my brain would not put that together.
Idlewild. Yeah.
Good old Matty Idlewild. Who has valuable information to help you understand the basics of the case based on his initial investigation way back in 1999. Wow, that's been cold for a while. Just like Marcy's corpse. From there, the rest of the document, what's left of it. From there, the rest of the documents and items are yours to explore. Read carefully through every document, examine the items, look for inconsistencies and clues, and take notes to help organize your thoughts. Alright, only one suspect will fit all three categories, means, motive, and opportunity. Mm-hmm. And when you think you have the solution, go ahead and open the envelope, and Detective Idlewild will confirm if you are correct and end the story.
So if he already knows.
Yeah, exactly. Alright.
Is this a game to you, Matt? Alright, let me go put this in the thing, and then you eat while I read, eh? Alright, BRB. Hold, please.
Zeronautics says, we've assigned our top team to the case. The two most exhaustive and exhausted investigators we have on the payroll.
Wait a minute, I'm getting paid? This is awesome. Alright. May I have my beverage? So I can rinse out my hair from my mouth. You know. From the desk of Matthew Idlewild. Hello.
Hey, Matt.
Hi. Should he have an accent?
So what have you been doing for the last 25 years, Matt?
Okay, so here's the thing. I got a lot going on. My name is Matthew Idlewild. I was a homicide detective with the Calverton PD for 29 years until they handed me a chocolate cake and a coffee mug when I retired back in 2016. And in all the time since retirement, my unsolved cases have haunted me. The victims who were buried unavenged, their families who never understood why or how their loved one was taken from them. It all keeps me up at night, and no amount of warm cocoa can lull me to sleep, so I need you to help me. One particular case that has lately kept me from my shut-eye is from the summer of 1999. Marcine Langley, a young prospective college student known as Marcy to those close to her, was found at the bottom of a well on a farm not far from her home after she disappeared from a party at a friend's house. The well was a frequent hangout spot for Langley and her friends whenever they would play hooky or stay out late, typical teenage stuff. Now, the farm owner is selling a developer who is going to fill in the well, pave over the land, and in doing so, erase any evidence of Marcy's murder. Yeah, I know, right? We need to solve her case before that happens. Fortunately, you have a head start. Back when I was investigating the case originally, I had it narrowed down to 3 suspects. Great. Felicity Gorsh, the best friend, was the last person known to speak to Marcy before she died. August Green, the local curmudgeon, owns the farm in question. He has a vendetta against the Langleys for some time, and I always sensed a quiet violence about him.
I'm also wondering if he's the guy who's commissioning filling in the well right now.
He owns is a present tense. Owns the farm in question and has had a vendetta against.
But how is the farm owner is selling to a developer? I'm wondering if he does own the farm.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah. My gut,
the well's
however,
on the farm.
My gut, however, told me that it was Josh Darnell, the boyfriend, who did it. Oh, sorry. He and Marcy had a fight at the party before Marcy disappeared, which he denied. I know he was lying to me, but I just wasn't able to prove it was him. I've included with this letter a few things that shed some light on what each of these people are up to these days. They all seem to be doing well for themselves, at least on the surface. Felicity is running her own business, a cornerstone to the revitalization of downtown Calverton.
Felicity was the friend?
Yes.
Okay.
Josh moved away and now runs his own... Everyone's running their own business. Okay, Josh moved away and now runs his own business in Baltimore. I recently received one of his ads in the mail. I wonder how long it took him to move on. I hope you might see what I missed, where I went wrong. Consider each of these 3 suspects. One of them had the opportunity and the motive to kill Marcy. Find out who. I know her mom will feel a lot better, wherever she is, once her daughter's killer is brought to justice.
She probably went into business for herself and is doing great now, like everybody else.
Oh, see, I thought that as she might have passed as well. Her mom, wherever she is. All the best, Matthew Idlewild. P.S. I hope you can forgive my scribbles. This is the only copy of the report I still have. Take care of it.
Yeah, so for those of you who are not familiar with this type of game, this comes with a bunch of stuff like... the police report, but we also have little newspaper clippings, and you can see that on the top is like some pen scribbles, from the ostensible detective. We've got an evidence bag with an actual physical little bit of necklace in it, so all kinds of neat stuff. I can't change the game name to Hunt a Killer, I don't think, but I can at least take it off just so it's not confusing. Let me do that real quick.
What are we taking off?
The game name on the stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lou says the hubby was lactose intolerant, so I know the rigmarole, but he always drew the line at soy. Ugh. Replacements and just went for the goat and sheep. Here in Germany, a lot of cheese is lactose free anyway. Yeah. Oh, goat cheese is delicious. Cheese is delicious. You gotta just, gotta know where you're sleeping that night. My brother will be in his room with the door closed. So I'll just stink up the living room. It'll be great. You're welcome. I'm so ladylike. It's alright.
Alright, well, let's see the police report here.
I've been with Jeremy for 7 years. The jig is up. I'm not ladylike. Okay. I'm just having that. Okay. So, case number. No, I kid. Okay, so, description, 18-year-old female discovered pushed down well. Curiously worded. East corner of property at 702 Juniper Road. It's a private property. It's a farm. Time between 11 p.m. and 12 a.m. on August 6th, 1999. Victim was Marcine Langley. Date of birth June 7th, 1981. She was older than me. Please provide below a summary description of the case and any findings. All right, listen closely. Marcine Langley, 18. Well, I guess she's not older than me now. Was discovered on August 7th, 1999 in an old well located in the east corner of the property located at 5072 Juniper Road, Calverton, Maryland. This property belongs to August Green. Yes.
It's a farmer guy.
The local curmudgeon. Sorry. Langley's body was discovered face up at the bottom of the 77-foot deep well. Yikes, guys.
That's a deep-ass well.
Yikes. Only a fracture? Okay. A fracture on the back of her skull was evidence of the head trauma that caused her death. The fact that she was on her back suggests she fell backward into the well. A mark on her neck and a broken necklace belonging to the victim suggest the necklace was ripped from her neck. This leads me to believe that Langley was pushed into the well. The medical examiner agrees.
I mean, if it was 77 feet, she could have just ass over tea kettled it.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, there's a lot of, like, movement that could have happened on the way down. This case is therefore being investigated as a homicide. According to witnesses, Langley arrived at a house party at the home of Beth Shirkins, 5070, so probably next door, Juniper Road, Calverton, Maryland, on Friday, August 6, 1999, sometime between 9:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. She then argued with her boyfriend, Josh Darnell, 19, before talking to her best friend, Felicity Gorsh, 18. Langley was seen to be upset at that point, presumably because of the fight with Darnell. Yeah, hormones.
Darnell's a boyfriend, right?
See. Okay. Sometime between 11 p.m. and midnight, Langley left the party. It should have taken her 30 minutes to arrive home, but she was never seen alive again. No witnesses at the party have been able to verify when exactly Langley left the party or if she left alone. The three primary suspects in the case are Darnell, who fought with the victim shortly before her death and is unable or unwilling to speak to the nature of their argument. Interesting. Gorsh, who was the last person to be seen talking to the victim at the party and seemed uncomfortable during questioning. Well, yeah, her best friend was just killed. And Green, on whose property the victim was discovered and who appears to be potentially violent. Okay, so update on September 27th, 1999. So this is like a month and a half later. No additional evidence has been recovered and no new leads have manifested. Great. Update February 15th, 2000, after Y2K didn't happen. The department has determined that there are not enough leads to justify continuing to spend resources on pursuing this case. This case is therefore no longer being officially investigated. Now, in handwriting, update on January 1st, 2023, so okay, 23 years later, word is Green is rethinking deal with developer, so that's the farmer man. Must work this out before well is filled in. Case trail leads back inside. If Green sells, he may skip town or leave country, and there goes a suspect. Update on January 27th, 2024, so a year later. Going to need help with this case. Old office will not spare resources. Must find outside help. We are the outside help.
That would be us, yeah.
You're scraping the bottom of the barrel, my friend. Okay.
Oh, hey, look.
Oh, hey, look at that. Okay.
So.
You can't see that.
So on the back is a hand-drawn map. So there's Juniper Road.
Yeah.
5072 and 5070. Let's see. 5072 is
where she was discovered, and
the old guy's place.
5070 is where
5070 is where the party was. So.
Yeah, they're next door to each other.
The well's right on the other side of a hedge on the property line. So
that's a fun-looking hedge.
So we've got. So here's the farmhouse over here. This property over here. This property here is the farmers. This property over here is the neighbors where they had their little party at this house. And just on the other side of this hedge is where the well is. So.
Excellent. Okay.
And Okay, now the interesting thing is it says the town is away from the well. So if What's-Her-Face was going back to town wherever she lives, she should have been going this way and not that way.
Correct.
So that's something interesting.
Curious. Okay, so suspicious. Oh, to have a lisp. And be tired at the same time is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Let's try it. Suspicious person. Felicity Gorsh.
Hey, it's Kat Dennings.
Isn't it though? It is. Date of birth, March 19th, 1981. Phone number is no longer valid.
Try the shop.
Yeah. Suspect appeared uneasy, nervous during the interview. She was the last person to speak with Marcy Langley at the party. She was the best friend of the victim. And Kat Dennings will be playing this role in the film. Great. Oh, one of the Hanson brothers will be playing the role of Josh Darnell. Are the Hansons still relevant? Or have I...
They're always relevant.
They're always relevant, guys. They're the Hansons. Josh Darnell, boyfriend, date of birth, January 20th, 1980. Fusie's birthday! Yay! 1980. Suspect appeared to be hiding something during his interview. In his statement, he avoided...
What? Did you hear something?
Nope. Directly describing his confrontation with Marcy Langley prior to her disappearance and death. Boyfriend to the victim. Attending community college in the fall. Currently working at Bingo's Diner as busboy dishwasher. Now owns and operates Charm Electric. Which is that thing. Oh, that's who he is no longer being played. He cut his hair. Yeah. Good man. Well, you know, it's been however many years. So he now owns. So he used to be a busboy, which he was 19. That makes that.
Hanson are back and relevant with them doing 2.0 of old songs. Yeah. We've just now received 100 messages in the restream. I think we hit that a while ago.
Someone doesn't know maths. Okay. Charm Electric, Josh Darnell. Electrical repairs, rewiring, panel replacement, ceiling fan installation, light fixture installation, pool and hot tub wiring, whole home generator installation and service, and more. Josh Darnell, electrician, Charm Electric. He lives in Baltimore, Maryland. Call today to schedule your next appointment with me. Mention my dog Tex for a free consultation.
He lives in Maryland?
Yes. Oh my goodness, and look at his family and his dog. That's Tex right there. Tex.
That's interesting.
What's interesting?
Her old friend lives in Calverton, Maryland, too.
They all were from Calverton, Maryland.
Oh, is this in Calverton, Maryland?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, they didn't go very far then. All right. Servicing all of Baltimore and surrounding, pardon me, counties. If you're like me and my family, you love a good movie night, but what if the wiring in your house isn't up to snuff? You could be in for a real flop. I can turn your TV theater into a cinematic masterpiece and so much more. I'll work on any project and when you need it. And within your budget. Alright, Charm Electric, Baltimore, Maryland. There's the phone number, electrical repair, ceiling fan rewiring.
Okay.
Alright, we've got... okay, I'm guessing that's the missus, 2 kids and a dog. 2
kids and a dog.
Okay.
And he now lives in Coy, Maryland, and she lives in Calverton, Maryland. Okay, great.
Wait, what? Does he not live in Calverton?
He no longer lives in...
He lives in...
Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore, okay.
Okay, and then Mr. August Green will be played by Chris Cooper. There he is. And he...
Is this curmudgeonly old jerk still alive? 1947, yeah. Like...
He mowed... Does that say mowed?
Yeah.
He mowed the crime scene the day after the murder. It might be coincidental. It might not. He doesn't hide his disdain toward the Langley family. Ex-wife eloped with the victim's father 10 years ago. Well, love that. No direct relationship to the victim. Victim was found on his property. Tends a portion of his 10-acre farm. The rest is overgrown. Currently selling the farm. That's very funny. I mean, it's not. That's tragic.
Sorry to hear that, man.
His ex-wife married the victim's father. Or eloped with the victim's father. And so now that is about him, this little article right there?
Yeah, but there's also some crime scene photos. I'm guessing that's these.
Okay. Love it. Love a good crime scene photo. I'm going to put the thing back here since it was on it. That's all police reporty
You get
stuff.
the originals. These are copies, but...
Well. Okay. So...
Oh wait, let's go through these in order just so we don't miss any. So we want witness. So we've got the witness statements.
Police report, summary report, suspect profile, witness statements. Okay, so witness statements are next. Oh, ooh. Okay, love it. We'll put that right here. We'll put that right here. Witness statement. Felicity, which is the best friend. Great.
Whose
Kat Dennings.
dad ran off with
her dad. Dead girl dad.
The dead girl's dad. Okay.
Marcy's dad. No,
Wait.
Marcy's dad ran off with his wife 10 years ago.
Right, but Marcy Langley is her last name? Where's the map?
The map. The map. Where did the map go?
That was on the back of that.
I thought it was on the back of that too, but I guess it's on the back of this. On the police report.
There we go. Who the hell lives here? Is this not the Langley's house?
That is the... I think it's...
neighbor?
What's her name?
The friend?
The friend. Yeah, I think it's the bottom 27 or 70, whatever it's called.
Where's the other address on here? Because there's his address. No, in this somewhere. They mentioned the other address.
Was it on this?
Oh, here it is. It's just at the very end of the line and hard to spot. All right. Langley arrived at a house party of Beth Shurkins, so not one of the suspects.
So just a person. Just a person.
So the Shurkins live next to him, and these are just the people. Just the neighbors. Okay.
Just...
Okay, so neither the Langleys nor the friend's family lives next door. So whoever the missus was stupping, that wasn't the neighbors. That was someone maybe in town.
Okay.
Who's up first?
Well, you want to be the detective and I'll be the witness?
Oh, sure.
Oh, it's a little cold reading.
All right. So, this is
Felicity.
Okay, this is Felicity, the friend, right? Okay.
Yes. Brother's the detective and I'll be the Felicity.
I get to be Matt Idlewild. All right. So, Felicity. What happened to Marcy?
I don't know. I don't know that she and Josh got in.
I do know.
I do know. Okay. I do know. I don't know. I do know that she and Josh got into a fight before she disappeared, but I don't think he did anything to her.
You don't think he did?
I'm sure he didn't.
How can you be sure?
Because he's not like that. Josh doesn't hurt people. He's just a jockey kind of guy. Like, really, he really loved Marcy.
Did you have feelings for Josh?
Absolutely not. Not my type, no.
What about your relationship with Marcy?
Marcy was a great friend. Like most kids, we know each other from elementary school. Like most of the kids at Calverton, I mean.
Did you notice anything off about her recently?
I know she was excited about the future. She got into Whitelock University, which is the school I wanted to go to, and got a scholarship on top of it. And good for her, right? She had it all. The school, the boyfriend, things were going so well for her. It's horrible what happened. All her dreams just gone.
This must be hard for you.
Yeah.
That's all right. I won't take up much more of your time. What do you know about what Marcy did the night she disappeared? You were with her at the party, right?
Yeah, I was there. I think she left around 11. I remember Lamar handed me a drink and said to make a wish because it was midnight. I'm pretty sure Marcy left like an hour before that. I was at the party until really late, like one of the last people awake. I felt awful the next morning, so I went home and I went back to sleep. I slept a lot.
Why didn't you go looking for her when no one heard from her?
I don't always hear from Marcy. There's not necessarily a reason we talk every weekend. She's pretty independent. I think she could live life totally alone and be perfectly happy. I'm not like that.
I'm wondering if she means, I think Marcy could live life.
I'm
breaking. That. Yeah. I think what she's saying is, I think she could live life.
She could live life independently. I'm not like that.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Not like that? Me neither. Let me ask you something else. Was Marcy wearing this necklace at the party?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, that's her necklace. Yeah, she was wearing it.
Do you know where she got it?
I did. I mean, I gave it to her.
Oh, I did. Yeah, do you know where she got it? I did. I mean, I gave it to her. As in, I got it. Yeah, okay. You gave it to her? Why?
For her birthday last year. I thought she could use a cute little necklace. I thought she'd like the gemstones because, she's kind of into that. I think they bring joy and calm or something.
Did you ever want to take the necklace back?
What? No, it was a gift. Why?
It was a nice necklace. You never had a falling out?
No, nothing like that. No. She was my best friend. I was proud of her. And now she's dead, and I would like to go home, please.
Okay, Miss Gorsh, you can go.
There you go.
And scene. Right. And signed by Felicity and Matthew Idlewild.
I enjoy that you're giving me acting notes.
Yes, one more time with feeling. All right, who we've got next? Okay, we've got the boyfriend next.
Oh, I get to be a douchebag.
Well, do you want to be the?
No,
do you want to be the douchebag?
You need to stay in character as the detective.
Okay, I'm committed now. Okay. All right.
You're committed.
So we've got. All right. I'm typecast. All right. So the boyfriend. Okay. So, Mr. Darnell. Do you know who killed your girlfriend?
Yeah, me.
It's like, it's close. It's like, I like to start off with the easy ones. Like, so, do you know who killed Marcy? Because, I mean, if you did, that would be so cool.
I would just end this here, now, man.
Man, that would save me so much time.
Why didn't you just start with me then? Because let me tell you.
I mean, I'm going to bill all those hours anyway, but, I'm just going to go home, Netflix, and chill for those. All right.
All right.
Okay. Do you know who killed your girlfriend?
I don't think anyone would want to hurt Marcy.
Not even you?
What? No. She was great. We were great. Things were going really well with us.
That's not what I heard. I heard you two were fighting at the party.
We weren't fighting. We just disagreed about something. That was all. Nothing big. I don't know what she would have been upset about.
You sure you don't know?
No idea.
What do you know? Do you know what she did that night she disappeared?
She got to the party after I did. Just after I did. She came right over to me and Lamar and asked if we could talk. So we talked. And I don't even remember what it was that we disagreed about, but it was a very small thing.
It wasn't about her going away, was it?
Of course, I wanted her to stay close. But she got into school in Connecticut, but that's okay because it's only a drive away and we figured we could see each other some weekends. We'd make it work. I was willing to make it work.
Long distance relationships never work.
No, they don't ever work.
Yep. You were willing to make it work?
Absolutely. Yes.
Was she?
I can't speak for her, but I'd hope so.
So if you two weren't arguing, why is it that you weren't with her the whole night?
I had to leave the party because I wasn't feeling well. That's all.
When did you leave?
I left around 10:45.
And what did you do when you left?
I went home. My parents were asleep. that was my night. I didn't realize Marcy was missing. I assumed she wasn't talking to me. Even though it was a small thing, like sometimes she needed her space. And after 4 years together, I learned to give her that space.
Oh my god, you guys started dating when you were 14?
Oh my god, that's gross.
What do you think she did with that space?
I wish I knew. Netflix and chill.
A couple decades there, or well,
99.
99. Well, Netflix, the delivery service was live in like 2001, 2001, 2, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, did Marcy mention anything to you in the days leading up to the party that would indicate that she felt she was in trouble with anyone?
No, not that I can think of. Everything seemed normal until the party.
When you argued for some forgettable reason.
Yeah, until that.
Mr. Darnell, did you write this poem?
Yeah.
We found it near the well. That puts you at the scene. You know that, right? Seems pretty dark, too, like you might have been distressed when you wrote it.
I was trying to be artsy. I wanted to tell Marcy how I was feeling. I left it there because I know she goes there and she'd find it.
But you don't think that whatever inspired you to write this poem, like your argument with Marcy, has anything to do with her disappearance from the party or how she ended up in that well?
I don't know, okay? I don't know what happened. I just don't know.
Okay, Mr. Darnell, you can go. I may be in touch. Why would she...
A poem?
Okay, poem. I hope that's somewhere.
I hope that's here. And dude, you are a child.
Yeah. Also, she likes to go hang out by some farmer guy's well. What? Really? Maybe,
I
but
mean,
what? Okay.
Kids, we didn't grow up
these
in
days.
like we didn't grow up.
I mean,
in,
we
like,
played near
rurally...
the Padres Reservoir.
That's the thing is, like, I think about the times that we were in.
But that's the thing is, Marcy didn't live next door. She wasn't the neighbor. So what is she? Did she live in town? Would she have come in to go hang out by?
It doesn't really say how far she lived.
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know where she lives, but
like, was this all like when we when we were in Malibu? Was it like everything like that? So it's like,
yeah, I don't know.
In this area, there were like 8 houses, so it's like going there was not a really big to do.
Yeah. All right, who we got now? We've got August Green. Oh, the farmer.
All right.
Okay. Oh, I like this intro. All right, Mr. Green.
August Green. People call me August.
Augie.
Nope. Let's try it again. People call me Augie. That's fine. I don't mind them long as they don't mind me.
All right, Augie. Tell me about your relationship to Marcy Langley.
I didn't know the Langley girl. Not really. I know her folks are split, and her daddy is a scoundrel who ran off with my wife, Ellie. And he wouldn't have split if he didn't have that girl.
You mean Marcy?
The man was scared of being a daddy, and that girl scared him right to my wife, Ellie.
Do you blame Marcy for your ex-wife leaving you?
I didn't say that.
And there's a handwritten note here that says, should have pressed. Well, then tell me about Friday night.
Friday night, I heard some commotion from the Shurkin's house. Oh, we could have just waited for this interview and we would have learned. It was late, but they're off? Is that an FF?
I like the touch of, like, he's
Yeah.
tapping his pen. There's just a lot of little, they're hard to see, but there's pen tap marks on the side. Like, he had his clipboard and he's just kind of thinking about it, and it's just a really nice touch. Anyway, sorry.
Where? Commotion from the Shurkin's house. It was late, but they're off away, and at 11 I turned on the nightly news, so I couldn't hear them. And at 11...
Yeah, they're way on the other... He lives on the far side of the property, so...
At 11 I turned on the nightly news, so we couldn't hear them.
We?
My dog Bear was with me. I didn't see or hear nothing that would have made me think something was wrong. Bear didn't either. He's old, but he's still a good guard dog. And he would have let me know if something was going on around my property. He didn't, and I fell asleep in my chair.
You fell asleep. No witnesses?
Just Bear.
And Matthew has underlined no witnesses and just Bear. And the next day you thought you should clean up the crime scene.
I mowed the lawn the next morning around the well just because I wanted to clear it up so those kids couldn't hide around it anymore. I'm tired of them trespassing on my property. I didn't notice the Langley girl then.
You didn't see her body?
I never noticed nothing until that other girl used my phone to call the police. Hey, since you're working things around here, are you going to get those kids for trespassing?
Not today, no.
Well, I'll chase them off then. Me and Bear and my shotgun.
Shotgun for a bunch of teenagers?
Just a scare. Just a scare. I wouldn't hurt nobody.
Also, coffee stain on this thing. And so you didn't happen to notice the girl at the bottom of the well?
77 feet down.
It's like, yeah, this is way down there. It's dark. You'd be surprised anyone could see down there.
I didn't have my headlamp on.
Yeah. There's some people out there saying that you might hurt somebody.
They don't know what they're on. Thank you. They don't know what they're on about. I never hurt a fly. They say that because they want me in trouble. Look, I know people don't like me. It's because I don't just roll over every time something new comes around. Like those developers or all these new folks in town with their flashy business shops and gourmet whatever have yous. They call it upscale, but I believe in the character of this town detective, and I will do what is in the power to do and to maintain the character.
If you say so, Mr. Green, now you can go.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he would pronounce it gourmet.
Mm-hmm. It was a character choice.
I totally, yeah. All right, so Marianne Langley.
Oh, Mummy?
Yeah, it's Mom. Okay. All right, Marianne Langley. All right, Miss Langley. I know this is difficult for you, but if you could just answer a couple questions.
Whatever you need.
What can you tell me about your daughter?
She was a sweet girl who never hurt anyone. She was a bit of a free spirit, and I just sometimes got her in trouble, but she was good, and she never did anything bad. She's just teenage stuff.
What about the days before the party at this Shurkin's house?
I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary with Marcy. She was just enjoying her summer like all kids do.
No boy trouble?
I would have known if something was going on between her and Josh. She and I always talked about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, it's,
no mothers.
As teenagers and parents are wont to do.
Yeah.
Where are we? We talked about everything yet. What about the night of the party?
She left her house around 9. So I expected she would get to the party by 9:30. That was the last time we spoke when we said goodbye. I should have asked her to call me when she got there.
Okay, we're going to stop here for a second.
Sorry.
So, according to Mom, it takes about half an hour to get from wherever the hell they live to their house.
The minute she said that, I remember reading that somewhere else, that it said that it's about a half an hour.
Didn't the boyfriend, Josh, is that his name?
Josh, yeah.
Didn't he say she arrived after him and he was there, he got there like 11 or something? Or 10? What
okay,
did he say?
So Joshua... I left around 10:45.
Oh, he left around 10:45. Didn't he say like she got there like right after me?
Yeah, I think so. Fighting, just she got to the party after I did. Just after I did, she came right over. Okay.
Okay, but it didn't say when either of them got. Okay.
No, but he said that she got there right after. And I don't know if Felicity said anything about when they got there.
Oh, Quinny says good morning from me and Olivia.
My baby! Hi, baby girls!
Zeronotic says, love the craftsmanship of this game. All the handwritten notes, the evidence, and exhibits. Really well done. Yeah, like this is like the paper stock that they use for like the newspaper clippings is different than this. You know, it's really well done. You know, this is like card stock. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he didn't. Okay. Who are we? Where are we?
So she She left her house at 9. I'd expect her to get there at 9:30.
9:30.
Okay, I should have asked her to call me when she got there. I understand. Here, have a tissue. And a paper bag.
What are we? Did that do something?
I think it did. Do.
You heard that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's Olivia.
It's a baby. This is my Olivia's. She knows her mom. Hi. Hi, I love you. Is Queenie taking good care of you? Yes, she is, because she's a good big sister. Yes, she is.
Okay. That was a good pause. Okay.
It was worth it.
Yes. Now, if I may, are you sure? It literally says that. Now, if I may, are you sure Marcy was completely open with you about everything? Teenagers tend to have secrets. Even something small might be helpful if you learn anything.
Okay, well, actually, I guess not everything. I read in her diary.
Bam!
Oh my God, stop. Stop. Don't do that to your kids. That's terrible. Okay, where am I? That I read in her diary. I never read it before.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. That she was planning on taking the year to backpack across Europe. It's not something we had discussed, but she would have had my support as long as she was careful and checked in with me every day. Yeah, mm-hmm. And and I would have liked her to travel with a friend or two. Not that it matters anymore.
Because she's dead.
Because she's not even here.
Miss Langley, did your daughter have any enemies? Anyone who would want to hurt her?
What? No, of course not. When she was little, some of the other kids in her class would tease her for her dad leaving us, but they grew up and realized it was just a human thing that happened. That's the only time any of the kids ever showed any kind of disrespect towards her. She showed everyone what a genuinely good person she was, and everyone loved her for it. Everyone except Mr. Green, who always seemed to have an issue with Marcy and me.
Do you suspect Mr. Green had something to do with this?
Oh, I don't think he would do anything on purpose necessarily, but you know he hates how the kids hang out on his property. It wouldn't surprise me if he made it unsafe, you know?
Alright, so Mom is at least under the impression that the kids do like to hang out on his property for some damn reason. There's a hedge. I don't know. Anyway. Hey, let's go 30 minutes out into the country and hang out on Farmer Green's farm.
And, like, he actively doesn't enjoy us there.
You mean the guy with the mean dog and the shotgun?
Right.
Oh, he wouldn't hurt a fly. Yeah, they're really hard to hit with a shotgun. Alright. She says it wouldn't surprise me if he made it
unsafe, you know?
Like a trap?
No, just, I don't know. I just don't trust him.
Miss Langley, I understand you want someone to blame. It's my job to find that someone, but I need you to focus on Marcy right now.
Oh, okay, yes, okay.
Was your daughter in contact with her father, your ex-husband?
No, I know that for a fact.
Is there anything else you can remember about the night of the party when Marcy left? Was she wearing this necklace?
Yes, she always wore that. But there's nothing else to tell, really. I'm sorry. It seemed like a normal night. She was adamant that she get there on time, now that I think about it.
Did she say why it was so important to get there?
Josh was getting there early, too. I think she really wanted to see him that night.
But she didn't give you any details as to why.
No, I'm sorry. I should have asked.
It's okay, Miss Langley. You didn't know. No one ever knows these things. I appreciate your cooperation. You've been helpful.
Mother did it.
Unfortunately, she's not a suspect.
I know. All right. Fantastic.
Oh, okay. So Beth's...
Oh, the person whose
the
house
neighbor.
the party's at.
Yeah.
Party house. Party house.
All right. Mm-mm.
That would be like the worst nightmare, right? Like, I mean...
Didn't die on my property. Woo!
Like, technically, this would be like anyone's worst nightmare, but like you throw a party and someone who came to your party, like, it's like, oh come on. Like, that's terrible. Okay, I'm ready. Now am I a who am I? I'm a student. I'm also a child. Okay,
All right.
I'm ready.
18 students.
So I'm just a
the
friend.
Kid,
I'm not like the owner of the house. I'm a
it's
kid.
her party.
Okay.
Not her house, but her party.
That's what I was wondering. I was wondering if I was the house owner or just another friend.
All right. Can you tell me about the party Friday and the location? Whose house it was?
It was my house, my party, where everyone last saw Marcy. It was a really great party.
What made it great?
I'm head cheerleader, I've decided.
Okay.
I made that decision. This is fun for me. Everyone was getting along. No drama. People were having fun. Drinking.
It's okay. I'm not interested in busting anyone for drinking. I'm homicide.
Okay.
There's a note on the margin that says, I should have scared her, maybe get more info. So everything was fine.
For a while. Then I overheard Josh and Marcy fighting. They were arguing about something, but I wasn't sure what. They were in my sister's old bedroom, Julie, the one who lives in New York, with the door closed.
So you didn't see them fighting?
The next thing I saw Marcy, she was talking to Felicity, and she seemed upset, like she might have been crying. I asked if she was okay, and she said she was, so I didn't know what else to say, and I had to look after the party, and I left them alone.
What about Josh?
I didn't see Josh after that.
Do you know what time that was, their fight?
Early on, maybe 10:30.
Do you have any idea when he left the party?
Not sure. Probably early-ish. Maybe right after their fight.
And we have does this line up? What did Josh say about it? Because I remember he talked about leaving.
Josh
He didn't say about when they arrived. But...
I left around 10:45.
And she
said 10:30.
Their fight was around 10 or 10:30, and he left right after the fight. So,
and he said I left around 10:45.
Yeah, that's close, but
negligible.
Mm-hmm. All right. And what about Felicity? Did she leave with Marcy?
I don't think so. Actually, I know Felicity was at the party until late because I watched her try to shotgun a beer after some kids had already fallen asleep. So, 1 in the morning or something, I was so ready to crash. I just told them to keep it down and not make a mess.
Who's them?
Felicity and Lamar.
And Felicity seemed normal?
As far as I could tell, she had been drinking a lot, maybe more than usual, but I don't think it was anything weird going on.
Uh-huh. And what about Marcy? When did you realize no one had heard from her?
The next day.
And you didn't think to look for her? She was last seen at your house.
I didn't go looking for Marcy because I heard that no one's really missing until 48 hours go by, right? I figured she was doing her own thing. I know she's a perfectly capable person. I thought she would be okay.
She wasn't, though, was she?
No, she wasn't.
It's all right, Miss Shurkins. Have a tissue. You can go.
Thank you. I'm sorry I can't help more.
You've been very helpful. I appreciate it.
Thanks! She doesn't say thanks, but her character would have.
All right. Here's Lamar.
Lamar's the friend
other friend, of Felicity.
Felicity, who stayed drinking and shotgunning beers till 1 a.m.
Yeah, so if that's true, that Felicity was there, then she probably didn't push Marcy down a well.
Unless she left and came back and had to get real drunk because she pushed her friend down a well.
Yeah.
We'll see. There's more evidence.
I drink to forget.
Mm-hmm.
And you're Lamar.
Yes, sir. Lamar Pace.
What can you tell me about where you were Friday, Lamar?
I don't know because I've lost my place already. Oh! I was at Beth's party on Friday, and I saw Marcy there.
When did you get to the party?
I got there 9 o'clock. I like to get places on time.
What about Marcy? When did she get there?
I don't remember.
What do you remember about the party?
I don't remember a whole lot about what happened after, the midpoint of the party, 11. But up until then, I don't remember anyone being upset or anything.
Do you remember anything specific about Marcy?
I remember seeing Marcy smile. She always smiled big for my boy Josh. They were cute.
Tell me about Josh.
Oh, he's a good guy. We've been friends since freshman year. We're bench brothers.
Bench brothers?
Yeah, we met sitting on the bench for JV football, and we've been wearing benches since.
Warming.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. They've been wearing them benches.
We've been wearing them benches.
Hard to get through doors, but you know, fashion will not be denied.
No, fashion's not supposed to be comfortable.
That's right. I see. Did he ever express anger at being benched all the time?
He'd get frustrated, sure, about that, about other things.
What kind of other things?
Normal stuff, you know, relationship issues, parents getting down on him, saying stuff I lose it over.
Lose it? Would he ever get violent?
No, nothing like that. Just turn red and yell. He never hurt anyone. That part of the reason he was benched. Can't tackle. I keep telling him he should try out for baseball or golf.
You mentioned relationship issues.
Yeah, no, he and Marcy didn't really have issues like that. Like, not the way most people do. They kind of had this perfect relationship, right? Like, even the cheesy first date at midnight movie. No, their issues were like, he wants Hardee's, but she wants...
Hojos?
Hojos?
I know what Hardee's is. That's Carl's Jr. over in the East. I don't know what Hojos is.
What's a Hojos?
I don't know. Okay, back to Friday night. When did Josh get to the party?
Just after I did.
And
Josh, he said 9.
He said 9, right?
And Josh said he got there. She got there at 9:30.
Do we want to try and make a timeline here?
So.
Okay, so
9 p.m. is Lamar, right?
Yeah, Lamar got there like 9 o'clock.
And then...
And he says Josh got to the party just after he did.
So I'm going to say 9:15 is Josh, because 9:30 is Marcy.
What time Marcy was supposed to get there.
Right.
And
Josh even said
that she got there a little
right
after he
him.
did. So
and
that lines
up. Okay. Where are we? I don't even know.
All right. Just after the Josh got the party just after I did. And what about when he left?
I know Josh had left the party before I did, because I do remember I couldn't find him and I wanted to leave. That was late, like 2 in the morning. Hard to say when he left, you know. His folks pass out early, so he usually can stay out late and they don't even know.
Was anyone else still awake with you?
Nah, just me, I think. No, wait! Felicity was. We had a nightcap.
What about earlier during the party? Did you happen to see or hear Marcy and Josh fighting?
No, sir. Like I said, I don't remember much, but I do remember Marcy smiling. So that must mean something, right?
Do you know what she was smiling about?
Nope. But she's always smiling. That's just how she is.
Okay, Lamar, thank you for your time. You can go.
Don't mention it.
Probably
I don't know when Felicity got to the party, though. Okay, anyways.
Probably.
Who the heck are you?
Donna
Donna.
Bolsano. Donna Bolsano.
I...
Donna Bolsano.
First time I've heard this name. Just
Younger
another
student,
person at the
student,
party?
17. See who she is. Now, we probably want to go back through and see how all the timelines as far as people leaving goes, because we hear Lamar and the friend, what's her name? Felicity were there until like 1, 2 in the morning.
Yes.
But we know that Marcy ducked out. We know that Josh ducked out. So we probably want to go back for those. But
yes. Well, yes.
Let's read this first.
That was me. I hiccuped.
All right. Donna Bolsano, right?
That's me.
What do you do, Donna?
I'm a junior at Calverton most days.
Oh, Donna. Oh, Donna. Sorry. Most days?
Well, I already got into college, so I don't always go if I don't have to. Just enough to graduate.
Oh, real smart ass, huh?
Yes. That's why I'm very proper right now.
Yes. Right. I was never that smart. That's why I haven't solved this case in 25 years. Now you're the one who found Marcy Langley in the well on Saturday.
Right.
And what were you doing Friday night?
I was at the party at Beth. Sure.
And who invited you, honestly? where Marcy, where Marcy Langley was last seen.
Right, I saw her there.
Did you two talk?
We talked for a little bit about school and weather, but we're not as close because she's a grade older. I know she was talking to her boyfriend Josh at one point and her best friend Felicity. Everything seemed normal to me. Vibes were good.
Did you see Marcy leave or know who she left with?
I didn't see Marcy leave, but I heard someone ask later, like midnight or later, if anyone saw her, and I didn't hear an answer.
So you think she left sometime around midnight?
About that? Or maybe earlier.
Did you have... I mean, if she ended up in the well between 11 and 12, then she would have had to leave earlier, yeah. Did you notice if she was wearing this necklace? Is there more at the party?
Oh, yeah, she always wore that.
Every day?
As far as I know.
And what about the next day? Why did you look for Marcy?
When no one had heard from her, I thought maybe she wanted to get away from people.
Is that something she normally did?
I had heard from Beth that Marcy and Josh had a fight at the party, so I thought that if she wanted to be alone, but also maybe wanted someone to find her, then maybe she would be at the hangout spot.
The well.
Right, the old well on Farmer Green's property. So yesterday I went there looking for her. Nothing. So I sat there under the tree until I got frustrated. No one seemed to be looking for her, so I found an old can near me and I threw it in the well. Like, there was nothing else I could do, you know? But it didn't sound like it hit the bottom, so I looked in and that's when I found her.
What did you do when you found her?
I ran straight to Mr. Green's house to use his phone and call the police. I didn't touch anything else near the well.
Why didn't you go to the Shurkin's house? Isn't it closer to the well?
Through the woods, I didn't know if they would be home, but everyone knows Mr. Green is always home.
Okay, so those are woods. That's not shrubbery.
Gotcha.
Between the properties.
Okay.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. I haven't slept much, but I'm fine. I still see her. I imagine her face looking up at me.
All right, Donna. That's all for now. You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, that's not a great image to see.
Yeah. Did 77 feet down. Did Mr. Green say something about her coming over to use the phone? Or someone coming over to use the phone? Because someone talked about someone calling someone, you know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he said, I never noticed nothing until that other girl used my phone to call the police.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so autopsy. That's this. All right. All right. It's a copy. They didn't give us the originals. Calhoun County Office of the Medical Examiner. Persia Jones, MD. All right. Chief Medical Examiner. And Doug Melton, the Assistant Medical Examiner. All right. Name of dead person, Marcine Langley. We've got an autopsy idea. Estimated time of death, August 6th, 99, 11:30. Female, time and date of autopsy, the following day at 8:30 in the evening. Age 18. Cause of death. From the anatomic findings and pertinent medical history, I ascribe the death to acute subdermal hematoma due to or as a consequence of falling injury to head.
Yep.
Manner of death, homicide. Other conditions contributing but not related to the immediate cause of death, depressed skull fracture. Anatomic diagnosis, evidence of hematoma expansion, putting pressure on the brain, small fracture to the back of the head at the point of injury. Toxicology is positive for ethanol and post-mortem peripheral blood. Blood toxicology report, basic post-mortem blood panel results. Ethanol numbers, blood alcohol concentration 0.018. Other than as noted above, examination of the specimens submitted did not reveal any positive findings of toxicological significance. Routine external examination and autopsy of the body of Marcine Langley was performed at the office of the Calverton County Medical Examiner beginning at 20:36 hours on August 7th, 1999 by Persia Jones. Doug Melton is assisting. Persia Jones.
I love it, though.
That's great.
So good.
General appearance. The body is that of a well-developed, well-nourished young adult white female who appears at the stated age of 18 years. Body length is 64 inches and body weight is 138 pounds. At autopsy, the body is presented in a black body bag. At the time of examination, the body is wrapped in a clear plastic tarp. Upon removal of the tarp, the body is clothed in a pink lace dress with black straps and black leather boots. Evidence of dirt on the back of the dress. What's in the bottom of the well? Is it dirt or is it water?
I don't know. Maybe we'll learn in a moment.
Pink lace dress with black straps. I guess it's those look like stripes. I don't see this doesn't. I'm thinking shoulder straps, but I don't see straps here. But anyway, whatever. A small 4-inch mark is imprinted on the neck, a line pressed into the skin perimortem. I'm sorry. Abrasions found on the body appear to be from the fall down the well. Identification. The identity of the descendant was established by circumstances of death and discovery of the body. The mother of the deceased confirmed the identity, clothing, and valuables. The body is received in a black body bag wrapped in a plastic tarp. A small hemp purse was found next to the body containing a school ring, a duct tape wallet with a duct tape wallet.
Mm-hmm.
What is a duct tape wallet?
It was all the rage in the late 90s. People made wallets out of duct tape. Like an actual wallet made out of duct tape.
I wasn't that cool, I guess.
No, you weren't.
A duct tape wallet with the victim's ID and $20 cash, 30 cents in loose change, half a pack of Mentos, a tampon, 2 neon pink Band-Aids, Dr. Pepper lip smacker lip gloss. No other personal effects accompany the body. At the scene, law enforcement reported discovering a partially broken necklace believed to have belonged to the deceased. The description of the necklace matches the mark on the neck.
Great. What are you
Small
having?
4-inch mark is imprinted on the neck, a line pressed into the skin. Oh, so that's an impression of the necklace.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna get a picture of it.
Maybe later.
Maybe in the photos.
Yeah.
Routine internal examination. Head to central nervous system. The brain weighs 1,050 grams and is within normal limits. There's a small depressed fracture at the back of the skull, which is otherwise intact. Skeletal system. Skeletal system is unremarkable and is within. Thanks. Within normal limits. Respiratory system. The oral cavity shows no lesions. The mucosa is intact and there are no injuries to the lips, teeth, or gums. There is no obstruction of the airway. The lungs weigh right 248 grams, left 151 grams. The lungs are unremarkable. Cardiovascular system. The heart weighs 197 grams and has a normal size and configuration. Gastrointestinal system. The mucosa and wall of the esophagus are intact and gray-pink without lesions or injuries. The gastric mucosa is intact and pink with no injury. No stomach contents are found. Mucosa of the duodenum, I don't know that one, jejunum, ileum, colon, and rectum are intact with no injury. Urinary system, the kidneys weigh left 124 grams, right 121 grams. Kidneys are anatomic in size, shape, and locations, and are without lesions. The urinary bladder contains 38 milliliters of clear yellow urine. Female genital system, the structures are within normal limits. Examination of the pelvic area indicates the victim had no remarkable traits. Thanks. Toxicology, samples of central and peripheral blood are submitted for toxicologic analysis. That's just what I want in my autopsy report. Genitals, unremarkable. Well, there's my legacy. Thanks.
Unremarkable.
Unremarkable genitalia.
Love it.
Thanks. Opinion. This 18-year-old female, Marcine Langley, died as a result of acute subdermal hematoma that put pressure on the brain. No evidence of significant natural disease processes were present. Toxicological testing was positive for ethanol and postmortem peripheral blood, but the amount would not have presented significant impairment to motor function. The deceased fell backwards and left a broken necklace outside the surface of the well, suggesting she was pushed. With the information available to me at the time, the manner of death, in my opinion, is homicide. Now, what's interesting is I'm thinking about the fact that the necklace left an impression on the back of her neck, and if she fell backwards into a well, it seems like someone grabbed at her the necklace, and it pulled on her, and then it just snapped, and then that's how this got outside the well.
Yes.
Don't know for sure, but that's interesting. All right, crime scene photos.
So beautiful. Okay.
Zeronautic reading proper anatomical terms is already hard. Can't imagine doing it after being up for 24 hours straight. Yeah.
It's really also funny because a lot of it, brother and I actually understand.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we looking at? Crime scene photography?
Crime scene photos. Okay, so 8/7, that's the following day.
I'm just going to continue looking at my baby girl's photo. With that way. She's so pretty.
Alright. So we've got Marcine Langley. So there's Marcine in the bottom of the well. Marcine Langley discovered at the bottom of the 77-foot deep dry well. I don't know, that looks like she's submerged in water. That doesn't look very dry.
Yeah, I mean, like, it does look.
I mean, I guess dry well doesn't mean no water. It just means it's not full of water or something.
It's not one that they're using
Yeah.
as a actual active well.
It might just be standing rainwater or something like that.
I think that's what it means.
Located on the southwest corner of August Green's farm, 5072 Juniper Road, she had apparently hit her head on the stone as she fell down the well, which would have been the thing that killed her. The mark on her neck is likely from her necklace, which was found broken on the ground outside of the well. Pardon me. There's a picture of the well right there.
It looks just like a well.
It looks like a well. Looks like the one in the ring.
It does.
The well on the Greens property in which Langley's body was found. It is an isolated area of the property and sits closer to 5070 Juniper Road, where Langley had been earlier in the evening. Then it sits to Green's farmhouse. Green recently mowed the lawn the morning before this photo was taken, the day after the party where Langley was last seen. Did he hit this with the mower?
Oh my. Thank you.
So here's a picture of the necklace in the grass.
I'd like to see. Ah, okay, thank you.
Langley's necklace in the taller grass surrounding the well. It appears broken and missing a section, which has not been recovered. Where's the rest? You want to take a look at this real quick?
Yeah.
Alright, so this is...
well, says Lou.
Well, yeah. So, $7.99, CCPD. Necklace broken, found next to well at scene. Homicide, Marcine Langley, Idlewild, received by Fox. Okay, let's take a look at this necklace.
I'm pretty sure I have earrings that match that.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oof. There's got to be a bit. Whoops. There's got to be a bit missing there. No one's neck is that tiny. This is a bracelet.
Well, yeah. I'll get a clasp and give it to you, Ninja.
It appears broken and missing a section. Yeah, it would definitely. That's not long enough to be a full necklace. Don't see anything else.
Nope, it's just a necklace.
All right, back in the bag you go. Probably hit it with the damn mower. Okay, and we've got a. I don't know what that is. This tree has a hollow in which we found old beer cans, bottles, and what appears to be a recent note from Langley's boyfriend, Josh Darnell.
Oh, is this
right.
this is the...
That's the poem, finally. So there's the tree. Alright. And apparently the kids stashed beer cans and stuff, and that, was there Donna? Not Donna. The other kid who went, the Smarty Pants, who was chucking a beer
Donna.
can. Is that Donna?
Oh,
Donna. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, the note from Darnell found in the tree at the scene. Witnesses claim that Darnell and Langley got into an argument at the party. His name is Josh. Wait, is it Josh Darnell? Is that his full name? Okay. Okay. Stars Fall
Oh,
is the
Jesus.
title of this.
I can't.
Upon a chance arrived to me, alive, wandering, meek and free. Be not undone or lost or blue. We seek it all and lose what's true. Create between horizon blooms. Create between arisen? What the hell is that? Create between horizon blooms the darkness of new rot and doom. Well, I mean, should have got rid of the S because the plural and singular. Anyway, glimpse the love, forget the pain, see the trust, yet still retained. Hide your heart, so too we heal. Forget your soul, at last revealed. Until again our fates repealed. We're thrown against the fog of years, undone and ruined, torn limb and trust, attain nothing but soot and rust. A home today, a life undone, a song delayed, a heart broken.
Yeah, that's high school.
That sucks. Okay, well, I mean, he's a high school kid. What do you want? All right, clearly the boy cannot write poetry, so what drove him to write it in this instance? There must be something I am missing. See, put that in the tree. It's not wadded up, it's folded. Alright, what's next? Alright, the newspaper article. Okay. So, this is from page 55. The following the following Sunday. Body of missing teen found. Let me turn on the light behind me just so I can see.
And Lou says, as an archaeologist, I'm wildly enthusiastic about wells. Did you know that Agatha Christie used her hand cream to moisturize the ivories from a well in Nimrod so that they wouldn't crack as they were exposed? Also, a surprising amount of bodies in those wells, always.
Alright, by Monica Keel. The search for 18-year-old Marcy Langley, missing since Friday, ended yesterday when her body was discovered at the bottom of an old well on a neighbor's property. Langley's mother, Mary Ann Langley, said her daughter left the house at 9 on Friday to attend a friend's house party and never returned. Multiple witnesses have...
Stop. Can you start over? What days are we talking about? She wasn't...
This is Sunday. The party was Friday night. She was discovered Saturday, got autopsied Saturday night, and this is the Sunday paper.
But it said she was missing? So they actually...
She never came home that night, so she was missing the following day. Missing since Friday. She left Friday and never returned.
Okay. That's weird.
Was found the following afternoon, but...
That's, yeah. Like, if I sent my child to a party Friday night, and then the next day they were found dead, I wouldn't be like, they were missing since last night because I sent them away. I knew in my head, I knew where they were all night. Anyways, it's fine.
Langley's mother, Mary Ann, said her daughter left the house at 9 p.m. on Friday to attend a friend's house party and never returned. Multiple witnesses have placed Marcy Langley at the party that night, though there seems to be disagreement about when she left and whether or not she was alone when she did. Marcy Langley's body was found by Donna Bolzano, 17, who was her friend and also at the party. When no one heard from Marcy Langley for 18 hours, Bolzano decided to check the area around the well, which has been used as a discreet hangout spot by local teens for years. I just thought if something happened and she wanted to be alone but not really be alone, she might go there, to the well, Bolzano said. When I didn't see her, I felt like I didn't know what to do and chucked an old can down there. I didn't hear it hit the bottom. I just looked in and I knew. I was so terrified and said, that's word for word what she said in the statement. Did he give that statement to the police, or did she memorize that and report it to her reporter?
Probably him giving it.
Weird. Detective Matthew Idlewild, who is investigating what happened, said he is unable to comment on details of Langley's case, but, he gave you the interview notes, so that's nice. What I can say is that we have some ideas, and we are gathering information from every source we can, Idlewild said. We're going to solve what happened to Marcy and find some small bit of comfort for her grieving mother. And it's written in pen here, I failed, underlined. Calverton Commons Cinema. Join us every week for our Friday midnight showings. A preview start at 11 p.m. every Friday night, or 11:50 every Friday night.
Austin Powers, the spy who shagged me.
Yep, Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels. Wing Commander, Ravenous. I don't remember that one. 10 Things I Hate About You, The Matrix, Star Wars, Phantom Menace, The Mummy.
Nice.
All right. Let's see. Magazine article.
No, it's got to be this one.
Hey, Brian. Yeah, still hunting the killer. All right. Oof.
Gah.
Yeah. Is this a magazine? I guess it's a page from an actual print mag. Okay, yeah. Local shops grand reopening, a celebration. Oh, are we gonna find the other part
That's
of the?
what
Is
I'm
it gonna be a
wondering.
bracelet or something?
Well, I was also looking at this, and I was like, "Is his white?" But that's way too small, and
yeah.
I'm like, I can't see that. I'm like, is his wife wearing it? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the necklace somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be someone's wearing it.
I don't see it.
Nope.
All right, local shops grand reopening, a celebration of revitalizing Main Street. Exciting days are here for Juniper Street. That's the street that everything happened on. The historic Main Street that runs through the center of Calverton, Maryland, has, like many main streets in many towns across the country, seen ups and downs over the past several decades. In the early 2000s, there wasn't much beside the famous Commons keeping things busy. The Commons, still anchored by the Commons Cinema, which we saw on the back of...
That?
Yeah, that's that. Remains a community gathering place and one of the highlights of any shopper looking for local deals. Today, however, shoppers are more likely to venture out into the surrounding area as new shops and old shops alike are finding themselves flush with consumers looking for small treasures. Perhaps there's no better example of this than Felicity Finds, the consignment shop owned and operated by Felicity Gorsuch. For the last 15 years. Gorsuch recently threw a grand reopening at Felicity Finds to commemorate the occasion and bring the neighborhood together. As a consignee, Gorsuch has an eye for spotting what's good in the busy sea of things, and she believes that right now most of the things surrounding her shop, the other businesses on Juniper Street, are good things. You know, when I started this shop, I wasn't really sure it would take off. Nothing else was really, she said. But I had faith that if I kept at it, really did, then I could beat the odds. In addition to her obvious perseverance, she never gives up on an item for sale, and she never budges on items not for sale. Gorsuch is quick to point out that she doesn't keep at it alone. All my consigners are really wonderful people with excellent taste. We've developed into a little family here, she said. Felicity Gorsuch proudly showcases her shop's jewelry display during her grand reopening sale.
Allow me.
She might be wearing it.
Hold on. Yeah. She is. I'm like, it's gonna be in here. Yeah, she's wearing it.
So we're looking at Felicity here. It's really hard to see. I had to use the camera phone to zoom in on it, but the necklace Felicity's wearing here.
Take a picture of it. Take a picture on your camera phone, and then show, because you can see it when you zoom in. She's bold. I gotta hand it to her.
Yeah.
So here be the necklace. And that's the necklace. Oh, yeah, that's the necklace.
Gotcha, sucker!
Why you kill your friend?
Screw it! Don't even need the rest of it now.
Well, I still want to read this.
Yeah.
Over a necklace?
So the question is most people think she was at the party the entire time, so is there another person, or did she manage to leave, push her, grab the necklace?
Like I said, that's why she came back and she got so drunk. Because she was like, because he even says, Lamar was like, oh wait, she was there at the end. Yeah. Because like Lamar has no skin in the game. Yeah. And he was like, no one was there. Wait a second.
Maybe she had it remade at her shop. She did gift it to Marcy. That's true.
Yeah. But like, that's the thing is like, because Lamar was like, no one was there. And then he said, oh wait, I remember having a drink at the very end with her. So she was gone. And she came back. Yeah.
So, moving on. Gorsuch's husband, Trevor Barnes, helps her with her own section of the store. Trevi helps me sand and repaint furniture I find when I need it. When he has the time, he loves to help, really, Gorsuch said. It's just hard to find the time sometimes, you know? Anyways, all my pieces are reclaimed antiques that just need a quick... Zhuzhing? Judging? Is that a made-up word? Is that a word?
It's a word.
Oh, that's the new one to me.
To judge.
Judging up to be sellable. All around the shop, her various judged-up pieces of furniture can be spotted, sometimes as display stands for her consignor's goods. The grand reopening was a success, according to Gorsuch. It was clear that the shop was busy and the clientele were enjoying their complimentary cookies and sparkling cider. Many of them popped into the shops down and across Juniper Street when they left. Watching them flock to and fro as storefronts lit up in the dusk, it was difficult not to be thankful to call Calverton home.
Do you think that maybe it was an accident and she was falling and like she reached for her and like maybe it was an accident, like she tripped over the well and like
it could have been a fight. Yeah, screw you. Oh shit.
Yeah,
grab
like
her
maybe.
There's a handwritten note at the top. Looks like things are going well for Felicity these days.
Question mark. What's on the back? Anything?
Girl sets new record for gelatin eating contest. Oh, look how happy she is.
Agar.
Like, yeah.
Lots of pig's feet and gelatin.
Lily Fields, yes, that's her real name, stood triumphant on the Cow Palace stage on Saturday in front of an astounded crowd when she won the annual Calverton County Fair gelatin eating contest and set a new record at the Calverton County Fairgrounds in Hugo. I just love the flavors and the energy. Fields beat her nearest competitor by eating 1 gallon of Gel-E gelatin dessert.
Oh.
The Gel-E nutrition information states that 1 box of their mix makes 8 half-cup servings, which means Fields ate enough for 32 people, or 4 boxes of mix. The second-place finisher ate 80 ounces, still shy of the previous record of 92 ounces and 48 ounces behind Fields. The rules of the contest are simple. Each contestant eats as many cups of gelatin dessert as they can, 1 cup at a time. They must finish one completely before moving on to the next. If any gelatin is left in the cup, the judges will rule it to be half finished, which was how the previous record was set. The cups are a variety of flavors and vary each year, but generally rotate between grape, cherry, lime, lemon, and strawberry. One man was disqualified for vomiting before he claimed that a fish was suspended in one of his cups. This reporter was unable to verify his claim. Fields, just 8 years old, had never competed in the contest before, but she said she'd be happy to return to defend her title. I just love the flavors and the energy, she said. She's dead now.
Yes, she is.
And we've got a little ad on the bottom here for Big Spicy Cha-Cha-Cha. Big Spicy, eat 'em hot, eat 'em cold. Big Spicy noodles never get old. Big Spicy noodles have a very long shelf life, but do keep an eye on the expiration date. Okay.
All right, I'm ready for our last thing.
Oh, the Farmer's Feud. Okay.
I got.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
I want to read one. All right. Legendary local holdout finally sells after decades-long feud with developer. August Green, a local farmer who has tended the same 10-acre plot his grandfather purchased in 1910, has reached a sales agreement with Farmstead Construction LLC, according to someone with knowledge of the deal. Green became something of a local legend over the past 3 decades since his feud with Farmstead Construction, which has been slowly developing rural acreage in the area, began in 1994. Green has been a frequent writer to this paper, and many of his letters disparaging Farmstead Construction and his perceived mistreatment by their representatives were published to widespread notoriety. He wrote in a letter from March 5th, 1997, "These yuppies," Farmstead, "want to come in and break up our community and call it development. And they want to do it on the cheap. Well, here's one farmer who knows the value of his land and his neighbors, and I won't let them steamroll me, no sir." End quote. Kelly Jones, a representative from Farmstead Construction, said that Green is welcome to his opinion. Quote, "We're just happy that this dilapidated land can finally be used to house so many families who want to make a life in Calverton." End quote, they said. The dispute over land value wasn't the only reason Green's property made the news. In August of 1999, the body of a missing teen was discovered at the bottom of a 77-foot deep well on his land. No one was formally charged with the murder, but it was widely speculated at the time that Green may have had something to do with it. Green has denied all allegations. When asked why he decided to sell after all these years, Green said, quote, "I'm just getting too old to keep up with it anymore. And most of my neighbors are gone now, so it's just me out here and all of these houses. I guess my aging eyes seeing things differently these days." End quote. Age wasn't the only factor involved in the sale of Green's property. Of course, Farmstead Construction is paying nearly 50% above average per acre, according to public records. And this is a dental ad. I think Felicity killed her.
Why?
Because she has a necklace around her neck.
Well, no, I know why you think she killed her, but why did she kill her?
Because she was...
the motive, I mean.
Because she was going to go to Europe, and because I think that she was fine with her going to Connecticut for school, in the fact of like, okay, I can still see you because I'm in Maryland and you're in Connecticut, we'll still be around. But if you go to Europe and backpack, because she says in her interview that Marcy's fine with being alone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. And Marcy's about to leave, and I'm going to be alone. And I'm not good at being alone. Which, catch-22, you just killed your friends, and now you are alone.
You think she intended to kill her?
No.
As an accident?
Yeah.
And she probably reached out, got the necklace?
Yeah, I don't think that she meant to kill her.
Yeah, like first-degree murder or anything?
Yeah, I don't think that, I don't think that she meant to kill her. I think that it was accidental, and that's why I think that she went back and got smashed.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you...
Yeah, I mean, normally I'd go back through it and double check a bunch of stuff, but yeah, I think that sounds pretty good. Okay. Langley murder cold case solved. Jesus Christ. Marcy Langley was just 18 when she was murdered in 1999, and Matthew Idlewild Wright was the detective on the case. Images courtesy of the County Police Department. All right.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's Matthew.
Okay, good, because I was going to say, like, oh man, I'm wrong.
Yeah. Thanks to the fresh assistance of an outside private investigator, a Calverton County cold case from 1999 has been solved. It was Felicity Gorsuch, the victim's best friend who killed Marcine Langley all those years ago. Langley had died after she was pushed down a 77-foot deep dry well during an argument with Gorsuch. According to court documents, Gorsuch said she was furious with Langley because she had everything I wanted and she was going to give it up like it was nothing. I remember in her interview, she was like, "Oh yeah, everything's going great. She has a boyfriend. She has a this. She had a lot of sour grape stuff. And it's so great for her." To live in hostels for a year, so I pushed her. I didn't notice where we were, next to the well. When I realized she was falling down, I reached out but only grabbed her necklace. I couldn't save her. Detective Matthew Idlewild, who initially worked the case but is now retired, was able to finally determine what happened with the help of his new associate. The detective had originally narrowed the case down to 3 suspects, but without substantive evidence at the time to tie anyone to the scene of the crime, the case went cold. Brian says, "Well done." Lou says, "Ha." Idlewild was not deterred, however, and with his unorthodox partner, was able to
very unorthodox.
was able to determine that it was in fact Gorsuch who killed Langley. She was arrested on suspicion and confessed to investigators. She is currently in jail awaiting sentencing. Josh Darnell, the victim's boyfriend at the time, was long considered the prime suspect. During the recent reinvestigation of the case, an encoded love poem written by Darnell was deciphered. Oh shoot, did we miss a cipher?
Well, you know what? It was very interesting because I knew it was a cipher. In fact,
the way
it's written out, because like a home,
yeah.
a life, a song, today, undone, delayed, and like these 4 stars, I'm like, there's something, and like all of this isn't like I knew it, but I'm like, I don't know what it was.
We'll have to work on that later.
Yeah. But I'm like, yeah, there's something going on here.
With his new sleep-deprived partner, Zeronotic, I think what we've all learned here today is that if you want to solve a decades-old cold case, eat some Honey Nut O's. Yeah. Encoded love poem written by Darnell was deciphered to reveal that he had been waiting at the Calverton Com Cinema in hopes of meeting Langley to see a midnight showing. Darnell was not at the scene of the crime during the murder and has been cleared of all suspicions. Oh. Stars Fall. I don't know. We'll have to work on that later.
We'll play with that later.
August Green, who until recently owned the farm where Langley's body was found, had also been considered a suspect. However, apart from the location of the crime scene, which was on his property but also a popular hangout spot for teens, there wasn't any evidence that tied Green to Langley's death. Felicity Gorsuch was one of the last people to speak to Langley and therefore was a suspect, though her presence after Langley went missing at the house party seemed to give her an alibi. However, she was, in fact, not accounted for during the time of Langley's death. Gorsuch has confessed to leaving the party to continue talking to Langley and later returned after the crime. "I didn't know where else to go, and I felt like I needed to drink until I forgot what happened," she said. The linchpin was a piece of Langley's necklace spotted in a recent profile in Gorsuch's shop. The majority of Langley's necklace was found outside the well in the grass, but no one suspected that Gorsuch still had a piece of it. She kept it, she said, out of fear. "At the time, I was so scared I didn't know what to do," Gorsuch said. "I thought if I throw it out, someone will find it and my life will be ruined. I was scared to take that chance." Years later, however, she would include the piece in a necklace she wore at the shop, Felicity finds. "I don't know why I kept it. Maybe I wanted to get caught," she said. Consigners at Felicity finds will be able to maintain their space for the time being as Gorsuch's husband, Trevor Barnes, has agreed to run the shop in her stead and even has plans to bring in a young assistant. "It'll be nice to have something of my own," Barnes said, "but obviously I'm devastated." Thank you for your help, Detective. I could not have done it without you. America's Next Superstar, America's premier talent exposition competition. Tune in to the new season next week. Home Away, luxury rentals for your whole family. Contact Tim Buckland. Browse the selection of exquisite homes for your next vacation. Freedom from hotels and this beautiful stuff. Okay, cool. You figure out the cipher?
No, I haven't.
No.
But like looking at this, I was like, there's something about this. The way it's written, the way
it's formatted,
the way it's formatted,
okay,
the way it's
there,
written. Like I'm wondering if
I'm way too tired to figure
but I'm
that
like,
out.
I'm wondering if it's the way it's like if you fold it. Like I'm like, I wonder if I folded it on the lines that it's folded on. But it's also like, yeah, it's like, do I want to? right now do that. Anyways, but yeah.
Yay!